Hello friends, welcome back to Ready e-learning. Now moving forward, let's discuss about manpower planning. So from now onwards, what exactly we are going to do is whatever function we have seen, these are different functions in the human resource management. We will take each of those functions, we will discuss in it detail. So, number one is manpower planning. That is also known as human resource planning. As you seen, as you can see on the screen, that manpower planning entails putting the right number of people, the right sort of people. When I see right sort of people, that means people with the right competency, and for the particular job, they have the right knowledge, the right skills, the right ability to perform, to take that, to take the task is given to them in the right place and the right time, doing the right things and achieving the organizational objectives. Whenever we are talking about anything human resource management, two things will always common. Number one, we need to meet the organizational needs, organization goals, and number two, we need to meet individual needs. Those are the two things that you will see always present whenever we discuss any topic in the human resource. Any functions we are talking about in simple words that the manpower is the practice of estimating optimal number of employees required to complete a project job. Objectives on time. It is also known as human resource planning. Let me explain to you with the simple example. Let's say we have a new project in an organization. So, being an HR, I need to see how many people are actually required that particular job role, that particular project. If there is a project, there will be a goal as well. There will be a objective that we need to meet. So, meet that objective within the set deadline. How many people are required? Let's say 5 people are required. If I see there are 9 people that we have, then remaining those 4 people, we can use them somewhere else to be more proactive, because for our particular task need only 5 people, not 9 people. There is excess of 4 people that we can utilize somewhere else. Maybe we can apply some teams. Maybe you can use them in other projects, other department. Sometimes like that, because so many projects going on with in the same department as well. Let's say we talk about in the sales, there is a project, only 5 people are required, but we have six. So we can utilize that 6 person other role in the sales team. And if there is lack of people, then being an HR, I need to hire more people. I need to attract more and more people who can apply for the job vacancies and eventually who can do the screening, interviews, and everything. Who can hide them, knowledge, abilities. So all of that entire evolution is nothing but manpower planning to estimate how many optimal number of people are required to do a particular project to meet a particular goal, to do a particular type of task within the organization, since it is nothing but planning human resource is optimal number of humans are required to do a task. It is also known as human resource planning. Let's try to understand that what exactly the need for the manpower planning. Why can't you hire people randomly? What is the need is planning and putting in order to flooding in order to make sure that we are perfect. Point number one is shortage and selfless can be identified, allowing for the prompt actions whenever it is needed. If you won't, if we won't do the manpower planning, we won't do the manpower planning. One second. If you won't do the manpower planning, the number of people who are required to the particular task and the entire process will not be a very productive. It will be a lot of unproductive work. People can be utilized work else will be doing something it is not required for. So how to make sure the right people are doing the right things at the right time. So to make sure to make sure that everything is aligned, we need to plan that how many people are required, optimal people are required to do a particular task. There's nothing but the need manpower planning. Then point number two is the manpower planning underpins. Manpower planning is underpins all recruitment and selections programs. Whenever you are recruiting, you are selecting, the first step of the entire recruitment process is nothing but HR planning. Your means the your manpower planning. First, you need to see that how many people that currently have them. We need to see how many people are actually to do the task. And there is a task. And there is a task. And there is a task. It is also help in reducing labor cost of identifying excess staff and hence avoiding unnecessary resources. If you are doing the manpower planning, you will always figure whether you have excess of staff, we have lack of staff. If we have excess of staff, then we need to make strategy. Make sure that utilize those people at the right place, doing the right things. And we have a lack of staff, then we'll be plan for a recruitment and selection that basically summarize the entire process of manpower planning. The last point is when resources are used to. their maximum potential productive resources. Definitely, there are five people are required to do a particular task, but only four people are doing that will be a very unproductive process. To make it productive, we need to make sure the right amount are there to do the right kind of things that nothing need for the manpower planning. We need to do it properly to make sure that the entire process is productive and objective are eventually met. Now let's see the what different steps and read and manpower planning. When you are in the HRM department, when the human resource management department, how will actually go about this entire process planning human resource planning manpower. So step one is analyzing the organizational goals. As I already, as already I told you that will always be common whenever we are discussing about any functions within the HR department. First, you need to do analyze what exactly are the organizational goals. What exactly is the vision and the mission of the organization? Then you analyze the what exactly manpower inventory, how many people we currently have, who are doing about the right now. The next step is future manpower forecasting. We need to forecast how many people will be required to do a particular task. Optimal number of people, then estimating manpower gaps. How many people are work doing right now, and how many are actually supposed to do now according to your planning and flooding you figure out figure out four people are required. So there is excess of one people. That's nothing but your manpower gap. Then formulating the final action plan. If there is a gap, there is a lack of people, we need to hire that will go to your recruitment and selection process. If there is excess, then we need strategize different ways. Then according to this manpower planning, we basically formulate the final action plan, how we are supposed to do to go and type process, then monetizing and feedback that will be constant throughout this manpower planning. If you hire people, we need to see whether that was the right or wrong decision. We need to collect feedback all the time we need with the organization. So these are different steps involved in the function called manpower planning. Thanks for watching. Please do like, comment and subscribe.